Call meeting to order. Stand for the pledge, please. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Everybody received the minutes from the last meeting? Yes. Any questions, comments, concerns? Changes? Motion to accept?
So moved.
By Tom, I'll
Second.
Or Randy can second?
Who seconded?
Randy.
Randy? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried.
Trick, you get the, I don't have the treasurer's thing, I'm sorry.
It's okay. Sorry, there's a lot of paper.
Yeah, there was. Did everybody receive the treasurer's report?
Yes.
Yeah.
Any questions on that? Corrections? Motion to accept?
So moved.
Tom? Second by Ed?
Sorry, who first?
No, you're good.
Who's
Tom accepted the motion? I was gonna give you time to catch it.
second by Ed?
By Ed, yep.
All in favor? Or no?
Everybody?
Yeah, okay.
Yep, everybody's in favor.
Opposed? Carried. Oh,
You have the list of,
the abstract?
yeah, there it is. That's what I'm doing. Thank you. Okay, we got check number 1355 through 1399 for a total of $164,465.48. A couple of big bills was the insurance, what is it called?
That's all the gear.
The gear, right?
Yep.
Okay. And the gear that was ordered, the two big bills. So we need a motion.
I'll make a motion to pay check 1355 through 1399 for a total of $164,465.48.
I'll second.
Second by Becky. All roll
Oh,
call.
roll call. Ed?
Yes.
Steve?
Yes.
Becky?
Yes.
Randy?
Yes.
Tom?
Yes.
Thank
Okay, there's that. Communications? Nothing? All right. Commissioners report, administration. Report. That's always good. Financial?
I believe we are working on the
Permissive referendum?
permissive referendum.
Yeah, I'm waiting for, yeah.
Okay.
Brad has all the information.
Okay.
Megan, did we move the
Yep, they're moved and the account was closed and
Okay.
Lori McIntyre's working on the renaming.
renaming?
Yeah, because
Okay.
it's so long.
Okay. Yeah, I was puzzled by that, but the attorney wanted, so like.
Yeah, so right now we're just waiting on the permissive referendum for.
Yeah, and I'll
the
get
truck.
that to you as soon as he gives it to me so we can get it out.
And then I'm just working on finishing off the 2024 year.
Okay. Perfect. I want to skip the next one. Truck maintenance. Don't even.
When is somebody else gonna do it? Okay, so, truck maintenance, right? We're in the middle of PMs, as I mentioned. Truck one threw us a big curveball. I've got everything fixed. They are coming back, but it's already included in the PM to do the ladder PM, because that has to be done outside. So I told them, let's just wait a minute, when it gets warmer they'll do that, but that's already part of what's being taken care of already. I don't have anything left on the truck outstanding, knock on wood. would. Engine 11 is in for the PM today, and I have a list. It's long, but not huge, for lack of better terms. But we have to talk about the brakes on engine 11 again. I replaced them 3 years ago. We paid for them. The following year, it needed them again. So last year, Jerome covered the cost of full brakes on that thing. Replaced the brake drums, shoes, the hardware, miscellaneous. When you know, it goes in again today for the PM, and they called back and said the drums are cracked, heat cracked. So as you can imagine, I wasn't real pleased on that, and so we called the PAC brakes is where we get the drums from and all of the materials. And of course, the brake warranty is 12 months, and the brakes are 13 months old, of course. Now, with that being said, there's already the heaviest duty brakes on it that we can put on it. So I am not real pleased with that answer. Called Steve, and if we gotta replace them again, I want to buy a different manufacturer of brakes from a different company. I don't know why it's happening. I did a little research. We've only put 4,000 miles on the truck. They're 13 months old, but they're heat cracked, and it will not pass inspection without replacing the drums. The pads and the hardware are still fine. We do have to talk to our drivers about remembering it's not, you know, a Toyota Civic, you know, stopping and whatnot, but I still believe, I don't know what we're going to do. I've put on the heaviest thing that I can that PAC has, and that's where many places use PACs for the material. Who installs it's one thing, but we're gonna try Fry the Wheelman,
And actually, any of the truck manufacturers,
Yeah,
like
so-
Kenworth.
but we have to put, we're not gonna get it warranted. We are gonna reach out to the manufacturer of the drum and explain our displeasure with 3 years. The manufacturer's name is Webb. They're the ones that
It's a
make.
popular drum.
PAC buys them from Webb. We buy them from Jerome. There's nothing more I can do, but I gotta put drums on it because it's not gonna pass inspection without them. But
So
the other,
what the heat checking is, just so you understand, the drum actually, on the part that the shoe touches,
Yep.
gets like grooves in it, right? And they tend to be sharp. It's from heat. It's literally cracking on the inside. And what'll happen is it shaves the shoe as you step on the brake. That's why they make you change it. But
that's the big one on that, but I got 4 valves that are leaking on there that have to be rebuilt. Some minor stuff. I am gonna get a quote on some little projects in there, but this is necessary stuff. The brakes are about, he quoted me roughly 1,000 plus labor over the top of the PM. But it's stuff I gotta do. There's 4 valves leaking in the internal pump. Some minor miscellaneous stuff on there. I got a door that the hinges are rusted on them, but very minuscule stuff. So I don't have an exact cost, but a rough number is probably $1,500 to $2,000 over the cost of the PM. That's where I'm hoping to land. But
How old is that truck now?
it's a 2014 or 15, so we're pushing the 10-year mark,
Yeah.
which, again, it's an interesting mindset, right? Part of that program we presented. Fire trucks aren't lasting 20 years. So that engine would be, once we get done with the truck, that engine, that 14 would be the one that you're gonna wanna replace.
well, I went over that bill for the truck.
Yeah.
And I mean,
at the end of the day, it is what it is, right?
Yeah.
It's the cost of equipment right now. The truck, you know, we're starting to look at replacing it, but it's all stuff that had to be done because that truck has to, if we ordered the truck today, we're probably 2 years out, maybe
Correct.
3. So that truck has to make it another, you know, I'm figuring somewhere in there 3 to 5 years minimum.
When I went in and picked it up, I questioned the bill right up front. And I said, I know what you quoted me, and this is not what you quoted me. And they said, well, we put 100 hours into the truck, we billed you for 60. You know, how do I dispute that? I had a pretty heated discussion with the group there because the lack of communication on Penn Detroit's part was awful. So not happy with that, but it is what it is. I did everything in my power to keep the bill down as where we could, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
So once engine, I believe I gotta notify the deputy that it's probably gonna be a couple days, so I'm gonna end up moving 31 over here because then I don't want him to be allowed an engine for more than a couple days. So that's, and then once that's back, we're in the rotation for the PM stuff. So
Okay,
doing the best I can.
it's all expensive now. Any questions for Tony? Building and grounds?
Yep. Station 1 salt spreader, I got 3 prices. I got Village Hardware, $249.98. Home Depot, $243.51, and then Granger, $299.41. Pretty much all the same capacity. You know, it spreads 12 feet out. Pretty much.
Were you able to make the one, somebody thought you couldn't make it work, okay. Caravaggio, okay.
Yeah. These were, the one that this AgriFab, they have pretty good reviews on them. So Home Depot has that and Village Hardware. I'm talking $6 difference.
Okay.
Whatever, yeah. They need one here. I got a temporary one here, but I don't know if you want.
I'd rather see us keep it right here in Beeville and go with Village.
Yeah, me too.
$6.
It should come from Village Hardware.
Also, battery charger. The one here with Kapui, and I got one price, Amazon. It's $125.95. I didn't. They got to figure shipping and tax and all that, so I don't know.
125 what?
That's for the battery charger. $125.95 is for the charger. I didn't count shipping and tax on that, so I don't know, another $50 probably. I don't know.
You shouldn't have to the account.
No, I don't.
I think
It's free shipping, right?
I think it's Texas, I think he has it set up.
We have a business account.
What's that? We have a business one? Oh, okay.
Mhm.
I did.
Oh, Amazon?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So shipping, I don't know what shipping would be.
Is it Amazon Prime?
It's free,
Then
right?
it was
Amazon Business.
Oh, you can't on a business?
It's Amazon Business, I
Oh,
think it is.
I'll get you the information. So,
Whichever number.
the RTP for the spreader would be $23.85. And then if you go with the battery charger, that would be $23.86. Yeah, the one here, I guess it started smoking, burned out. Smoke out.
I'll make a motion that we go with RP 2385 and 2386. I don't have that total.
365.
I'll second it.
Okay.
375.
Well, let's do it under your report. I'll talk to you. I was gonna refer to you.
All in favor?
Aye.
I'm sorry, I forgot what was.
Opposed? Carried.
Station 3, the Imerson screens, the one by the squad is not working at all. the one by in the bays, you get the keyboard to work kinda, and then all of a sudden you can't control the cursor or nothing, so they need to be looked at. And then the screen in Megan's for the cameras, that's not working either. So I know we pay money that need to be looked at. So the next, repurposing office upstairs. I know I brought it up at the workshop, but I probably should have waited till Tony, so I'm gonna have Tony talk more about it.
All right, hi. So we have met with Jeff now, talked to the captain of the house and Brad Tucker, the president. And they have an idea to repurpose some rooms, virtually no cost. What the generic idea, after discussing it further, is what they'd like to do, and I'll support it as well, is right now it'll involve the current president office, the e-board's office, the district chief's office, the current chief's office, the line officer's office, and the library. What we're generically thinking of doing, and if you guys will endorse this, is moving the current e-board office, which is here, allowing them to take usage of the current chief's office. It doesn't involve moving any desks. The desks that are already in there, literally, they're moving papers and stuff out, and the e-board entirely, including the president, will all go into one office. The only thing it involves is a little paint work. That's it over there. The current e-board that is currently there now, that would become the company officer office. Again, no desks get moved out. It's just transferring stuff and guys. The current president's office would become the district chief's office, which would allow more room. The furniture wouldn't get removed. The only thing we would be adding is a small round table. That way, then the chief's in there, and we have our chiefs in there. You can have a meeting, sit down around the table. The current library is almost cleaned out. We started cleaning that out. Remember last year I talked about making a small day room. Well, that library, what we're going to do is make it the small day room, small TV, a small sofa that the company would end up purchasing. The outdated material would be discarded. Okay, doesn't cost the district any money. Then we go over to the current line officers. That would become storage. That would become storage, Christmas tree stuff, miscellaneous stuff. Then where Rick's office is, that would be still Rick's office, but there's also going to be something to do with utilities, correct, Jeffrey?
That's not my.
Okay, they're part of Jeffrey's stuff. And then the current company over in the very corner, they have their uniforms and their breakfast stuff. That doesn't get affected. But literally, it's just moving people around. There should be virtually no cost other than what painting we're going to do, which that was been on Jeff's radar anyways. Just repurposing some space. That's it. Doesn't change.
So your current office is going to be empty?
My corner office, I would like to, quite frankly, make that a captain's office. It could be empty, but ideally I think it needs to be the captain's office because there's been reasons for that recently. If you say it needs to be empty, we can make that work. But unless you guys need to, if you need an office, by all means over here, there's room for that too. But yes. Repurposing the space.
And what, the day room downstairs?
That is our sleeping quarters. That is our sleeping quarters. Right now I have a set of bunk beds into one room, and I'm at some point coming to you for a second set of bunk beds, that way I can have, because I had to separate male and female, as you were aware of that. The smaller sleeping quarters, I have one bed over in the back corner on the first floor. So just kind of shifting stuff around.
Okay.
Well, I don't have a, there's no cost, so I
Very new cost,
first, yeah, what he's painting.
fixing, whatever.
In my time
Patching
to
walls.
change all the key fobs, because
Yeah.
that's gonna be an
Yeah.
event.
How soon does this need to happen?
At your, whatever you tell us. I mean, there's nothing catastrophic that, oh my God, we gotta do it today, other than I'd like to get the day room taken care of, but that doesn't change anything, or not, yeah, the day room / library, hasn't been utilized in
The reason I
5,
ask
6
is
years,
that
7 years.
I'd like to use the workshop and let us all go up there and walk through this.
No problem at all with
Because
that.
I think there might be some other ideas that could help with this maybe, I'm not sure.
I have no problem with this. Yes, by all means,
But I
let's put
think
it on
it
the
would be
workshop.
better if we all went upstairs and walked through it. At least for me, I think I know what you want to do, but it's, I think we should all, before we make any big changes, we should all have an understanding of what we're doing.
There's nothing catastrophic that, oh my God, we have to do it, talk about it tonight.
I
We
mean,
have no.
2
no-
weeks, that's okay?
No problem at all. Not
You
a
sure?
problem. Yep, no problem.
If you don't mind?
Nope, not a bit.
So I'll skip station one. So what was projects were approved for my budget? I know you kind of group them together, and I know stuff got slashed.
Jeffrey, weren't you at the meetings?
Yeah.
So the one thing, Jeff, the attorney's working on the bid for the floor.
Okay.
Okay, so hopefully, I kind of let that lie for the winter time because we don't want to do it
Yeah.
in the winter time. I mean, we need good weather to do that, so that kind of got shoved to the back burner.
Okay, so you've got the concrete apron,
Yep.
AC upstairs, over
Okay.
here,
Yeah.
the boiler,
Boiler.
it's the Station 1 boiler. Baler,
That one was.
and it was $4,000, whatever it was.
Saving money all the time.
Yeah, never mind.
For station one?
It's nice. Oh, I had Station 1.
Oh, the Baylor covers, yes.
Baylor,
Covers-
okay.
The covers for the
Maybe I
Baylor.
just can't read my own writing.
No, yes.
Station 1 ceiling for the parking lot.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
I would say those are like your big projects
So
that we
I know,
approved.
well, the reason I put, was, I know we talked about windows upstairs, but I wasn't sure if that was. I know
That
it
was
got-
not a-
Was not, okay.
No.
That's all I need to know. I don't want to do, oh, we were supposed to do windows here. and I know it got
Well, let
slashed.
me interject something.
Okay,
You gotta put windows up there if you're gonna put people up there. You gotta have a secondary means of egress. And if you don't wanna do that, then you better think about putting
if you
people
want.
in other
if you go
places.
up. Now, I don't know where they were supposed to go originally. If you want to do the workshop,
That's why I wanted to do the walkthrough.
okay,
Let's,
yeah.
you know what I mean, I don't want to put a window here and then find out,
One of
well,
the biggest
damn it, we
complaints
needed
up
one
there
here.
is it's hot up there. And actually, when it's cold weather, it gets
Cold
cold
up
up there too, so. But I can tell you what my plan is, to where to put the heat and how we're gonna do it. That would be, then we're on.
I just thought it would help if
That's fine.
we went
Visual
up there
is
and
nothing wrong
physically
with
looked
visual.
at it, so we
Yeah.
were all on
Yeah.
we all understood and we're on the same page.
Okay, and then also, I know we talked about the prime event, doing the service for to go through the system. I want, probably ought to get going on that. One reason I noticed that they had the new ladder at Station 3 over the weekend, and where the hose, it's right where the rear door. So they're gonna have to make adjustment to it, because somebody's gonna shut it in the door. So that was one thing I noticed, so. But what they do is, they'll do the service, and then any extras, they have to make an extra cost extra, so. But I'd like to kind of get that going, finding that.
Oh, and can I just say as a commissioner, Station 3 was not built to have trucks in between trucks. That's an accident waiting to happen.
Well, I can tell you, if I remember right, there's about 16 foot in between trucks. If I remember right.
There is, but the door isn't that big. You're not gonna fit two vehicles out the door at the same time. So one of them's gonna
By
have
all
to cut in
means.
front of one of the other ones, or, I'm just telling you, it's an accident waiting to happen. And when it happens, don't come trying to us to have it fixed.
That wasn't the way the building is designed. It was the simplest way to do that.
I'll make changes, how's that? I'm pretty flexible.
That's all I got.
Okay, thanks, Joe.
Thank you.
Purchasing agent, Rick?
I have a few RTPs.
Do you want me to go over just the new ones, or the ones, I mean, the ones from the RTP or from the workshop, or the ones that were brought up at the workshop?
We've already talked to them.
Yeah. The new RTPs I had were 2381 for a couple of cases of hand soap and some Gojo soap. 2382 is for DEF. That's to restock stores because we're starting to get low on that. 2383 is for a couple of boxes of albuterol. That's a dated item, and what's on the shelf is going to expire March 1st. And then 2384 was at the request of the chief. It's 15 collapsible cones for the fire police guys. So the new total is $477.79. The original RTPs from the workshop are $3,500.28. And if you approve all of them, it's $3,978.07.
Make a motion that we approve RTP 2375 through 2380 and 2381 to 2384 for a total of $3978.07. Have you checked on that pellet salt? 'Cause
I got one locked up.
okay, because
I made sure, I got one all waiting for me.
I was in Lowe's and
Yeah.
they're done, and they're saying that they're not selling it to the public, only to government and municipalities.
I'm not selling it by
So-
the pallet to anybody else, but
Okay.
I got one locked up.
Okay.
I will have it tomorrow.
Good, Randy, does it make sense? I got thinking about it the other day, not for nothing, as much as this has been a nightmare for ice for us, maybe we buy a pallet and put it in each firehouse. I know I hate storing it, but
Well, the other thing too, with salt, with that salt stuff, it gets rock and hard and,
If you get a lot
And
of
you can't use
moisture.
it as
yeah, and it
spread.
doesn't do you any good.
Because I put it in the pails at Station 3, and by March, if it doesn't get used, just sits there and it's like.
Yeah.
As soon as the air gets to it,
It gets like a chunk.
And you're gonna pay premium right now because
Yeah, I get it.
it's supply and demand.
Yeah, they called me Monday, said they had a pallet. I said, hold it for me,
Okay.
because we're totally out.
I'll second Randy's motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried.
If I could just give you a couple of updates.
Yep.
The fire coats came back as of 4:30 this afternoon, so all the gear is back, so we can issue that out if you're good with it, chief.
please.
And Golden Fire informed me that the Blitz fire nozzles are gonna ship in the next 7 days. So that was from the end of November. Now I'm done.
And I see our life vests that were back order arrived the day after they were back order.
Amazing, isn't it?
It's pretty good back order. I wish-
Chief O'Kelly has both of those, the medium through the 3X, and as far as I know, they're distributed out, so.
Perfect, thank you. Thanks, Rick. Any questions for Rick? Thank you. Security and computers?
The only thing, and he's not here, but Sean had asked about getting a scanner to scan documents in at his computer. I kind of told him to hold off on that. I have it set up so that there is a scan folder on his safety computer. All he has to do is go to the printer, scan the document, it just goes directly to his computer, so he's all set now.
Thank you very much.
I did tell him that. I told him if he needed any training or any help with it to let me know. Never answered me, so.
Do we need to reach out to Advanced IT to look at those
Yeah, I'll call him
screens?
tomorrow.
You can call? Okay.
Also, too, just thinking of it, the controller at Station 5 went out again for the, like the fourth time, the third time, or the fourth time, so.
Doyle was called yesterday, they were gonna get back to me, they didn't. I called them back today, they're gonna get back to me, they still haven't. They were checking to see if the part that keeps needing to be replaced was in stock or not, so I'll stay after them to get it back online.
Okay, thank you. I should have brought it up under yours, Rick. I think that the way we set the email up, I think is working good, seems to be working good.
Using the Stores Group email.
Yeah, I think it's handy, it just keeps everybody informed, and so thank you for that.
Yep.
Safety? Pam? Chief's report?
Yes, I've got a handful. I want to talk about the fire on January 24th. As you know, we had a significant fire, One Legacy Drive. Multiple agencies responded. We had a great response from our company, mutual aid companies. I was very, very pleased, very pleased. Now, the aftermath has been a bit challenging. Many multiple agencies are looking for a fire report. And obviously, the cause of the fire is not determined. It's in, right now, Onondaga County Fire Investigation Unit's involved, the state is involved, and right now, roughly 20 insurance companies that represent the 24 apartment, the renters, and then there's 4 insurance companies that are responsible for the actual structure, all looking for the fire report. Well, I contacted emergency management, I think Thursday or Friday, looking for some assistance. And it's not done, and it's not ready to be released, and we're not even close. So what I did to help, I developed a generic letter that if any agency calls and says, I need something, I'm going to read to you what I drafted. I think it's important. Dated on 1/24/2025 at approximately 9:50 p.m., the Northwest Fire District was dispatched to a reported apartment fire at the apartments at Legacy Drive, located at 1 Legacy Drive in the town of Van Buren. The initial call to Onondaga County 911 Center reported a caller stating that there was a fire on the 3rd floor. Officers from the Baldwinsville Police Department arrived shortly after the dispatch to find the fire coming from the building. The Northwest Fire District Chief's office, or chiefs arrived and reported heavy fire coming from multiple floors of the still occupied building. Due to the fire conditions and still occupied building, with reports of the people trapped, which was included handicap and elderly people, a second alarm was dispatched to provide the Northwest Fire District with additional resources from surrounding mutual aid fire departments. The Baldwinsville Police Department, the Northwest Fire District chiefs, and the first arriving Northwest firefighters immediately removed several occupants from the fire building, with included carrying occupants down several flights of stairs. While rescue efforts were being deployed, additional Northwest firefighters and initial mutual aid fire departments started suppression efforts and primary searches in the apartments. As primary search was being completed, firefighters needed to evacuate the structure due to heavy fire conditions and partial roof collapse. The tanker response was activated to assist with additional water resources, and other fire hydrants were secured to bring in the additional water supply. Fire companies were then able to re-enter the structure and stop the additional fire spread to the common areas and the other side of the apartment buildings. A third alarm fire was dispatched for additional calls for apparatus and personnel. All 24 apartments were uninhabitable. As of right now, there is no cause of fire has been determined and is still being investigated. This is the document that I will send out. For lack of better terms, I've been told we're going to foil the report. This is what they will get. This is what will be sent to them. And then once we get the official cause, we will do a press release with the county and the board and the fire chiefs, and then we could send the rest of it out. But if we are foiled right now, this is what they're getting, and I got the guidance from emergency management.
The only thing I think that should be added to that is that, read your last sentence again.
All 24 apartments were uninhabitable. As of right now, no cause of the fire has been determined, and it is still being investigated.
Somehow I think that needs to be put, it's still being investigated by Onondaga County Fire Investigation Unit, and did you say the state police are involved too?
No.
Okay, just,
The reason why I didn't go any further with that, because per state law, the fire chief is responsible to rubber stamp. So as you understand, I turned it over to the county, who the county called the state for assistance. And by the way, talking with Jerry Payne from all of the insurance companies, they're sending in their private investigators as well. I can put whatever you want on there.
well, my only concern is I don't want, if I'm an insurance company and I get that letter, this damn fire department's stonewalling me, you know what I mean?
For the record, I'll make a statement. The fire department is not responsible. We have turned that building over to the building owners, and I turned it over to the codes department. We have been told that we are holding up them getting their property, and I officially turned that building over to the building owner and the codes department. We are not preventing anything from anybody going in, coming out, investigation. So I want to be very clear, this was the source that we came up with if you want to edit it, by all means, I'll do that. But I wanted to be very clear. As a matter of fact, I talked to somebody from Social Services today, and they got this copy because they needed something. They were not willing to provide services to one of the victims until they had something from us. I took care of that today, unless you want me to do something different.
No, I just think that we need to make sure that any questions regarding that are funneled to you.
By all means.
One person.
By all means, I made it
unified
clear with the
answer?
chief's office, the line officers, when it comes to this, it comes to me.
Right, and then, okay, Mr. Chief, when do you think you'll have your investigation completed? As soon as we receive it from the county? I just don't want us being labeled, I don't want the fire department being labeled as the delaying force and why and listen, a fire of that magnitude, of that much damage and of that much, is, if people think they're gonna get that report in a week or two,
Yep.
they're nuts, right? That is a long-term report, and especially the situation around it, right? There's a lot to look at there, so that investigation is gonna take time.
Bill Massaro is the lead investigator from Onondaga County from the fire side of it. I talked to him and he made it very clear. it's months. We're gonna be months. There's
Right,
science
so you see
involved.
where I'm going with that? I just
Yeah.
don't want us, I don't want the Northwest Fire District being
Right.
labeled as holding people up. That's
Okay.
all. So if somebody questions you, your letter's fine, that's fine, you
Okay.
don't have to change it.
All right, I just
But
wanna make-
if somebody says to you, hey, chief, when do you think you're gonna have your investigation completed? Our investigation will be completed once the county's done, because that's who's doing the investigation.
Fair enough. Last piece of the puzzle for the fire, we had a few, we lost a little bit of equipment and damaged very little. Once I got that list, I'll get to you. I think it's like 1,000 to 1,500 range. It's not as bad as it by all means could have been. I don't know if it makes sense to submit it to the insurance or not, because I believe we have a $1,000 deductible, if I'm not mistaken. But I'll get that list. I just didn't want to come to onesies and twosies with you.
Right,
But
I'd rather have a complete list.
Travis is getting that together for me. He's going to be working with the company officers. So that's that on the fire. Now I have some RTP stuff. Is there any questions on the fire? Because now's the time.
No, fantastic job by all involved.
I'm telling you, the guys, the girls, the resources, everything worked. The box alarms worked. My community support. I went over to the Baldwinsville Volunteers Center the other day, and the amount of stuff that the communities came up with, just what a privilege to lead this organization, I'll tell you. So,
Do you know where are the displaced people? Are they all over? I mean, there's no...
I don't even have a list. That has been challenging. That has been some of the issues. It's not a good situation. There's some misinformation out there. Unfortunately, I don't even have a list of the 24, for lack of a better term. That's why the letter is so generic, because I couldn't tell you who lived in 101, 102, 105, 106. That all comes from the building owner. It's just not been a good situation for anybody.
Okay.
So, all right, so I gotta, now let's talk about ladder 3, the new ladder. It came in, we did tool mounting. We laid it all out. I'm waiting on the rough numbers. We will be within the dollar amounts that you asked us to stay. With the budget you gave me, I have an RTP for the radios. As I mentioned, I wanted to purchase the new radios in the mobile, but it's all within that 1.7 mark. I'd like to get the radios and mobile ordered because it's approximately 3 months out. I don't know how to do that, but I have the RTP in the quotes. I'm not sure how to do that.
So we can't spend any money until the permissive referendum
Okay,
is posted, which is 30 days.
okay.
So, I don't see a reason why we couldn't. I mean, they're not gonna be in 30 days.
They're not gonna be in 30 days, they're not gonna be in 60 days.
How much is it? The radios?
The radios, the six portables, and the six, yeah, roughly the entire program's about 45,000. That's with the MDT and the mobile and the 6 portables. Roughly 45,000.
Okay.
I'll turn this over to you, or you want me to hold on to these?
Yeah, you can turn them over to us. Yep.
Okay,
And this RTP is just for the radio, right?
that's for the MDT and the
And
radios.
right, okay.
For ladder 3. I'd like permission to, I have a ball valve that I sent to TFT to have it rebuilt. It's $1,520 to have the master intake ball valve rebuilt. It's a 2010. The reason why I want to do that is the replacement apples for apples is about $3,200. so it's well worth
And how much was that?
15, 20 plus shipping. Don't know what shipping's gonna be, it just depends.
What vehicle is this for?
I'm sorry?
What is this for?
It's what they call a TFT ball intake valve repair. It goes right to TFT, nobody does it locally, that's where it's gonna go. Like that would be something I'd ask you to act on tonight. Then I do have a relatively good news. I was able to send in 3 mobile radios that were in stores for a long time to have them, just took a wild shot and see what it would cost to repair. I can get 3 mobile radios all repaired for a total of $375. That will,
Mobile or portable?
mobiles.
Mobile.
Yeah, one of them was 185, the second one was 185, the third one was 65. The fourth one that I sent in, it was like $700. I don't want to spend that kind of money on an old radio. But these 3 can be repaired and put in service for $375, which goes along with, as I mentioned a few months ago, like 6 months ago, I want a second mobile in all the chief's cars. I could fix them for $400, and then I just got to pay the install to have them done. But so that one, I have an RTP. I'm all over the place here. Bear with me here. So the $375 for the radio repairs to fix the mobile radios, okay? That's one thing, all right? I would like permission to upfit 2 chief's cars to install those radios at a cost of $684.30. That's with the vendor doing that work.
Is that each or total?
Total. Says antenna 2, power cable 2, garage install 2,
How much was it?
$684.30, Steve.
You're saying 2s, is that?
Yeah, no, total. No, that's the total cost to do both jobs.
For 4 vehicles?
No, it's 2 vehicles. That's what I'm reading, right? You read it the same way? So
Yes.
two, you add that up.
Yep.
Or am I not?
No, that's right.
Okay. That's
Okay,
six.
can I ask why you're doing this?
Yeah, because when, yes, that's a great question. Because when we're going to Oswego twice a week or Cuba County, I got them switching banks and mobiles and it's not safe.
You ain't gonna say anymore?
Yeah, I didn't buy it until Belzec and I became chief again, and we're going to Cuba County, and I got my portable in the back seat trying to reach over to change it. Yeah, so that's that. And I have, under training budget, I have a request to send a firefighter to advanced vehicle rescue extrication in June for a cost of $425 out of the training budget.
Against, what was the name of it again?
Advanced vehicle extrication, it's gonna be at the chief show. It's for $425. I'll get you more information as far as registration, but that'll be the cost. I'd like to get that in. I think that is one last RTP. This is to reprogram this is to program the 7 radios that I asked you to buy. Program doesn't come with them, but anyways, it's $245. It's $35 a unit. That's my last RTPs.
get any more paperwork there, we're gonna put you at a table all by yourself.
Sorry.
I thought I was bad.
Oh my God, you aren't kidding. What's that? That's good. I'm done, guys.
So altogether, to upfit the two chief's vehicles, the training for one firefighter, to program the 7 radios, rebuild the ball valve, and repair the 3 mobile radios is $3,249.30. The only addition to that would be whatever the shipping is on that, because we don't know what the shipping is. Any discussion on those items? If not, I'll make a motion, we to purchase the 5 items. Well, I say purchase, some of them aren't purchased, they're labeled. The only unknown is the shipping on the ball valve. We know it's $15.20 to repair it. I'm guessing the shipping, being a heavy item like that, is probably gonna be $50 at least.
I would assume it's about 50, give or take.
So we're probably looking at about $1,600 for that.
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried.
Anything else, Chief?
No.
Okay, nominations and resignations. Resignations, none for either fire department. New members, none for Baldwinsville. Lysander Justin Montague, pending background check. No changes to that meeting, right?
Right.
Okay. Updates, status changes, none for either department. Old business, I am responding renewal contract.
I just asked Megan to put that on there just so it's on the radar. I don't know if you want to put it to the workshop or the contract's not out till the middle of April. So it's up to you how you want to.
Do we have a contract from them? I mean, did they send us a renewal yet? Or?
It depends on which one we pick will generate the contract for that, is the way she explained it to me. So we have the numbers, so we decide, and then once I fill in all the check boxes and everything, it kicks back a contract, which then we sign and get back to them.
Okay, do you want to bring that to the workshop? I mean, do you want to discuss which way we want to go? I'm not.
That's up to you guys. If you go based on the cost, the 5-year upfront is the most economical. It works out to $728.19 a year. And I think I sent you the screenshot in an email the end of last week of the different pricing ranges. So just a flat 1 year is $899. So, obviously the swing between the big upfront, obviously, the more you want to pay up front, the better they're going to give you the price. So the 5-year is the most economical, but, you want to go with the 3-year, the 5-year, what's...
Okay, so I'm going to ask to push this to the workshop only because I don't have the email, because my email got hacked. So I have not had an email since late last week, so
Gotcha.
I will get the email, I'll have Becky forward it to me, and then we can discuss it at the workshop.
Yep.
I apologize for that.
That's no problem.
So if you've sent me an email since like Friday morning, I haven't gotten it.
Oh, okay.
It'll show that it's read, but it ain't me reading it. Somebody's reading my emails, but it's just not me. And Derek reached out to me about the maintenance program. I told him, he goes, was I supposed to do that, or were you gonna do that? And I said, oh, I thought he was gonna do it, and he thought I was gonna do it, so he's gonna take care of that, we improved getting that added on, so that should be in the works. New business, any new business?
Before we go, I just have one more thing. Old business. I mean, do we have the maintenance, the long contract? Is it set? Is it sent out? Have
Oh,
we-
yeah, it's in the paper.
Okay.
And I sent it to 3 providers
Okay.
that I have.
Just haven't seen anything, so just gonna double check. Okay.
Good? Okay. Station usage. Is this for station, what station is this for?
What does it say on
Oh,
there?
station 1, there,
I
okay,
just-
I'm sorry.
I ripped it off my printer.
Yep, nope, I got it. I didn't read it completed, okay. Station 1, Sunday, April 27th, the members' breakfast. And we just got a request in for Station 1 from the Cub Scouts for their Pinewood Derby. The only issue is they'd like it on the 30th of this month, which is a problem since there's only 28 days in February, so Megan will,
I will reach out to Mr.
she will
Murphy.
reach out to them and find out exactly what day it is they're looking for. And Station 4, Saturday, March 15th, Stacy Dwyer Party, and Saturday, March 22nd, Tony Harper Party. Comments from the public? Yes, sir.
I just want to say, on behalf of the Johnson family, thank you for letting us use the room the 2 nights last week. They appreciated it.
All right.
Flag is ordered.
Okay.
Steve.
Yes, oh, I'm sorry. Didn't see your name.
Just, Lysander Fire Department would like to use Station 4, April 12th and 13th for Easter breakfast with the Easter Bunny. '12th and 13th of April.
I believe that's been approved already too.
Huh?
Yeah, I think we've approved that already, no, let you know.
Oh, okay. Just as long as,
Yeah, I'll make sure.
just as long as they know.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Anything else? Anybody else got anything? Motion to adjourn. Next meeting is Tuesday, February 25th is the workshop, and March 11th is our next. Thank you.